Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Test, test, test. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Who's here right now? Don't ask why I decided to use rave music as my intro shit from now on. But I've decided that rave music is where what I wanted to do with it. So, yeah, I've been gone for a month now. I've been away for a month after the election. There was a bunch of stuff that went wrong during that stream that I wanted to fix up. So now that I've fixed up all that equipment and made it more smooth for myself to do it quicker and faster, and hopefully, yo, Grammy, what's up? How's it going, Paul? Paul, how's the audio quality right now? Because this is a brand new setup for everything. So how is it sounding good? But yeah, no, I just got everything new set up, brand new, fresh. Which is kind of crazy because I only did like 3 streams on the old setup before deciding to do that. So I'll pull up on my phone. Audio's good? Hell yeah, it's good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, no, I bought a new microphone setup. I now have like dual monitors, so I have like chat and like my stream setups right here. I've got like the news right here, my camera right there, light there, mic here. So now hopefully it can run like smooth the entire time with nothing going wrong, and I can like monitor everything that's going on. So yeah, I don't have to switch between like different things and such. But yeah, how are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing today? We've got both our mods in chat. That's crazy. When have we ever had both mods in chat at the same time? But yeah, how are y'all doing today? We're going to try and start like a format where I open the stream. Also, yeah, good morning or good afternoon, I guess it is. It's 2:45 p.m. We're starting the stream. It is June 2nd, Monday, and we are live from Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's quite cloudy out today. It was raining a little bit earlier, but it's been picking up. It's a little windy. It's still hot as fuck out right now because of the, whatchamacallit? Well, the temperature, because it's summer almost. But yeah. We're getting into summer season, so it's getting really, really hot out all the time. But yeah, oh my god, this software is eating my GPU. I'm running like 3 different audio filter softwares so that hopefully the noise from the microphone is as crisp as possible. Like I have, yeah, a few different ones running. So hopefully it's crisp and hopefully it sounds good. But yeah, how are y'all doing today? I think I'm doing great. I should not do this so I don't get demonetized again. I'm literally going to also be eating breakfast right now because I forgot to eat today. Let me grab a fork. But yeah, no, what we have got going on in the world today. In the world today, let me open up my links and stuff. Let's see how this is looking. Do all chat, live chat. Yo, you still play Marvel? Yeah, dude, I still play Rivals. I haven't been playing as often as I should be, just because, whatchamacallit, I've just been really busy with work recently, so I haven't been, like, grinding as I should be, but, you know, we're still there. The new season I'm really loving. I'm a big Ultron fan. Ultron is by far... Well, actually, no, I'm not a big Ultron fan. I'm a big Ultron season fan. Ultron is annoying as hell, and I hate him, and I hate Ultron players. Let's see, make sure this is all good. What is the Dawn doing? But yeah, no, Marvel is still going well. What about you, Paul? You still running it every day? Okay, let's do this maybe a little smaller. Let's change that to, no, not that one. Oh wait, that's one that I don't care about. This one. Nah, bro, hop on tonight, bro. I would, but I'm working tonight. Yet again, my schedule of working from 6 p.m. till all like every day. It's bad. I want this one. Perfect. Close. Okay. So I should have reset chat. Now hop on tonight, bro. I would. I want to so bad. But yeah, what do we have going on in the world of the world today? I believe I just missed question period. Let's see. Of course, I literally opened my... It's not showing for you guys yet, but I literally opened my YouTube and the first thing that comes up is Marvel Rivals shit. Or is question period still done? Yeah, June 2nd. I missed today. Okay, so let's switch this over to CPAC. That's cooked. Yeah, bro, it's 6 p.m. till 2 a.m. almost every night. But yeah, it is very, very cooked. It is a very cooked situation to be in. But yeah, maybe I should add, like, if I do this one again, like a little tiny chat box, just so it can, chat should appear on top of that now. I don't know why I picked the color red, but I did. Just a tiny chat box, just so it's separated, so it's not, like, horrible to look at. Red might be a bit of a crazy color for me to choose for that, but yeah. So, moving into what is going on today. We have got, where was it? Oh my god, they post so much live, sorry. I gotta get YouTube Premium just so I can avoid the ads. I don't want to give YouTube any money, but I feel like if I'm gonna be watching, I'm gonna be watching what's going on a lot.
Up, promising dollar-for-dollar tariffs on the U.S. and promising this would generate $20 billion in revenue. It turns out it was actually...
Okay, how's this audio now? Now that there's like two tracks playing.
Canceled those tariffs. Now Trump is threatening 50% tariffs on Canadian steel, which will devastate Canada's steel industry and put thousands of steel workers out of their jobs. Can the Prime Minister look steel workers in the eye, tell them it wasn't actually elbows down, and how much money his tariffs will actually generate?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Clearing this house and the Prime Minister, we will fight, Mr. Speaker, against these unjustified and illegal tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminium, Mr. Speaker. We're going to protect our workers.
If you guys aren't big politics nerds, this is question period. It happens literally every day. And literally it's just the yap fest of politics. It is the yap fest of politics where basically everyone just beefs each other. And this is where like all those clips come from. If you ever see clips of politicians like cooking, it's usually from question period.
Answer a question, Mr. Speaker, and it's not complicated. Elbows up was dollar for dollar tariffs. Has the Prime Minister already broken his promise to steel workers, or was elbows up simply just fake news? And now we're facing the Trump tariffs, and steel workers from coast to coast to coast are in serious jeopardy of losing their jobs. It's a simple question. How much money from these quote-unquote elbows up tariffs have they generated?
The Honourable Minister of Industry.
There's a lot of anxiety across the country.
Also, what you're gonna learn watching this is that
over the weekend I've been in
basically it's the liberals' job to just play defense. So like if you're the party in power during question period, you kind of always look bad. You kind of always look bad because you just have to play defense because you can't really officially announce a public policy during this question period. But the governments who are not in power, like the Conservatives, the NDP, the Bloc, they just get to straight up blow up in your face. They're literally just allowed to like, whatchamacallit. They can just say whatever they want and ask you whatever like question they want, and you can't really answer it if you're the government because you're not gonna make policy defining questions in this session, you know. It's not really real, if that makes sense. It's more of like, this is for show.
So if the Prime Minister really is elbows up, if he's really fighting back, can he tell our steelworkers how many dollars have been collected in counter-tariff revenue from the U.S.? How many dollars? What's the number, Mr. Speaker?
The Honourable Minister of Industry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to thank my colleague and congratulate her for the fact that she will be now my critic. So good news, looking forward to working with her. Indeed, the comments coming out of the White House are preoccupying. That being said, no executive order has been signed yet. So we take these comments very seriously, but we are working on all scenarios. That's why the Prime Minister is in Saskatoon meeting with the premiers of the provinces and territories, and that's also why we will make sure that we execute our plan, fight, protect, and build. Thank you.
The honourable member for Kildonan St. Paul.
Speaker, I didn't hear a dollar amount on revenue from those counter tariffs, so we can assume it's
Hey, it's Rachel. I know Rachel.
Really, if the steel tariffs weren't bad enough, the Prime Minister is determined to keep the industrial carbon tax on our steel production, driving up the cost of steel production here at home, which perhaps...
If you were here during election night, we were watching this riding because it was like actually very contested in Winnipeg. But like a split vote between like the Liberals and the NDPs gave it to Rachel basically.
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
I'm like
and
literally the
National
messiest eater in the world.
History, Mr. Speaker, to protect our workers in the steel industry, in the aluminum industry, in the forestry sector, in all the sectors of our economy, to defend our workers and our industry, Mr. Speaker. We should all in this room, in this House, stand proudly to defend Canadian workers, defend Canadian industry, and build Canada strong. That's Canadian, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Chicoutimi-Le-Fjord. Mr. Speaker, aluminum workers in Saguenay are very concerned. The Prime Minister promised Canadians that he would stand up to Americans and their tariffs. And now Mr. Trump is threatening to slap once again a 50% tariff on aluminum. Meanwhile, the Liberal government has reduced tariffs on American products to almost nothing. But the Prime Minister told us he would collect $2 billion. Can Saguenay workers know how much the Prime Minister has collected in counter tariffs to date?
The tariff question is kind of stupid.
Listen, I
because
understand the anxiety that my colleague has expressed, and this is throughout the
it's kind of
sector, and
not.
that's why over the weekend
It's not that
I
it's
went to the
not
Aluminum
impossible.
Summit
It's that it's like
Sunday
way too
evening in
soon to know how
Montreal
much money
to
you
meet
collect
with
from
not
tariffs. It's like the
only
government doesn't
industry
even know how
leaders,
much
but
taxes
also
it collected
to talk
until
with
like
the
a
union
year
leaders.
after that
We're
tax
going to
year.
continue to support our aluminum sector in Quebec.
They kind of just work
and
with the
we're
money
going
they
to
have.
use aluminum and
Like they don't
Quebec
really
steel and
question where it
Canadian
comes
steel
from.
in our infrastructure projects. We're going to create jobs. We're going to protect these workers, and we're going to be able to defend our country against this injustice from the White House. The Honourable Member for Chicoutimi-Le-Fjord. Mr. Speaker, many Canadians voted for this Prime Minister thinking he would stand up to Mr. Trump. But it didn't take long for him to remove the counter tariffs on American products. Then he said he would be more fiscally responsible, but he presented spending forecasts that even outstripped those of his predecessor. He talks like a conservative, but governs like Justin Trudeau. He says one thing and then does another. When will this Prime Minister stop talking out of both sides of his mouth? The Honourable Minister of Finance and National Revenue. I'm surprised to hear my colleagues' comments. He should be proud that our PM standing up to the President. We did not capitulate. We're standing up to defend workers in this industry. We know how important the aluminum industry is in Quebec. We know the expertise of our workers, and the best aluminum in the world is produced in Canada and Quebec, and we're going to continue to defend this industry and our workers and build a strong country together. The Honourable Member for Saint-Jean. Mr. Speaker, the Liberals got elected by promising that Trump's tariff threats would be their top priority. And yet, it's not the new tariff threats on aluminum and steel that are being discussed today in Saskatoon between the premiers. No, the priority being discussed is forcing Quebec to accept a dirty oil pipeline from the West. Quebecers voted for a government that would protect them from Donald Trump. They did not vote for pipelines. Are the Liberals going to get their priorities straight?
Gonna have Chatterino open.
The The Honourable
Even
Minister
though like I'm
of
not
Industry.
streaming on Twitch right now, I'll just have the
Mr.
Chatterino
Speaker,
box open
obviously
just because it looks
Quebecers
way
are very
cleaner
concerned
than
by the tariff war.
It just looks way cleaner than the red.
From the U.S., and that's why they elected us with 44 Quebec MPs. This is the first time since '81, and we are going to be here to defend jobs and workers in the aluminum sector because we know that these tariff threats are against this sector. So we're going to work with the member from Lac-Saint-Jean and Bécancour, etc. But fundamentally, we're going to stand up tall to protect our jobs.
It's better.
The honourable member for Saint-Jean. Mr. Speaker, even before meeting with
Grammy, I'm
Quebec
hop
and the
off. Have a
provinces
good stream,
today,
brother.
the
Thank you,
Prime
Paul.
Minister met
Thank you
with
for
business
tuning in
leaders
for like
yesterday.
10 minutes just to watch
Not
me yap and eat
representatives from the
food.
steel and aluminum industries to discuss Trump's new tariff threats. No, he met with CEOs from the fossil fuel sector.
'Kay.
Oil companies first.
Food is
Quebec
done.
and the provinces a close second.
Might do some more fun
Mr.
stuff
Speaker,
now.
the Prime Minister
Because
was
this-
not elected to serve oil companies. He was elected to
As we know,
protect
question
Quebec's
period is not
economy
really
from
real.
Donald
Nothing
Trump's
really
threats.
happens here at all. Nothing's ever going to
How
happen during
come?
question period.
These oil companies are coming first. The Honourable Minister of Industry, I think the Bloc needs to understand that the role of the PM is to talk to everyone, whether
it open while I
it's in the
find
aluminum
another
sector
tab over
or
here.
in steel or clean energy or traditional energy. That's the job of the Prime Minister. That's something that the Bloc will never understand. Nevertheless, Mr. Speaker, what's fundamental is right now we want to build. We're going to invest in major infrastructure projects. And one of the infrastructure projects for the Quebec that is fundamental is the high-speed train from Windsor
Here
to
you go.
Quebec
I actually
City,
want to see this.
something that the Bloc should support.
Listen, you could pay for a streaming
The
app
honourable member for
and a music
Jean-Pierre.
app, or just get
While the
YouTube Premium.
priories are burning, the premiers are in Saskatoon talking about dirty oil.
Okay. We can listen to the, like, they're going to, oh, he literally just mentioned the premiers there, but yeah, this is kind of more important,
Hey, Dom.
what the Prime Minister's actually doing today.
And Minister Hodgson as well is here. Thank you very much for joining us. And I want to welcome all of my colleagues, premiers around the table. Some new faces around the table for us, but many of them, and in particular Doug and Francois, we've been sitting around the table for a long time. Some of our constituents might say far too long, but I would disagree
I
with
don't even know
them.
where all this is. Do we know where this is?
But thank you and welcome everyone here today. Just a quick note, and I think Wab and
Saskatoon, okay.
increasingly Danielle would share our concerns, and everyone would provide our best wishes and our thoughts with the firefighters and all of those that are defending their communities throughout the northern prairie provinces right now. And I think what is happening with respect to how we are sharing resources across this nation, how we are sharing wildfire resources, whether it be the tankers that we have, the firefighters that we have, the military has come in and evacuated a couple of communities
My
that were cut
boy
off.
in the sweater.
How everyone has come together, whether it be tankers coming from Quebec, resources from Nova Scotia, British Columbia, the Northwest Territories has provided resources, and a couple of years ago it was the tables were turned where the challenge was very much in the
I can't
in the
pronounce his
territories.
last
Yukon,
name ever,
New
but it's
Brunswick,
PJ.
As well as Alaska,
I know it's
Oregon,
PJ, I just can't
and,
pronounce
and
his last
Arizona are
name.
providing resources into Western Canada as well, which I think speaks to a broader
But
relationship
PJ and
that
his
we're all
sweater there is
collectively,
always never,
working
I'm
on
always
as
going to enjoy
well.
witnessing
Many
that.
others around this table are consistently reaching out to the three of us to offer resources, and for that we're very grateful. And I think when we look back over the last 5 years or so, we have been able to provide those resources to other jurisdictions, and it's that ability for us to really be more than a sum of our parts in Canada that is the approach that I would hope each of us takes to these meetings here today. The Prime Minister has set out goals for us as Canadians to collaboratively work on, for us to have the strongest economy in the G7 nation, for us as Canadians and as a country of Canada to become a global energy superpower. And I think when we look at the collaboration in which we come together to protect our communities, our homes, and our families across this nation, year in, year out, if we approach this conversation today and for the weeks and months and years ahead, in building towards those goals of strengthening that economy,
Yes,
so
this
it
is
is
just gonna
leading
be-
the G7, strengthening
This is going to
our
be more
opportunity,
political slop.
and providing
What
an
I'm
opportunity for us
starting to
as Canadians
learn more and
become
more the more
a
I
global energy
spend
superpower.
watching all of
Canadians
these
will be
sort of
well served,
events
by
and
the way.
stuff. All of it is just a lot of slop. And when I say slop, I mean like it's the generic stuff that you're going to hear every single politician say. Bloc Québécois and Bloc Québécois is going to criticize the government on social policies. The Conservatives are going to criticize the government on oil and gas or some other bullshit. The NDP are going to do whatever they want, kind of, actually, sometimes. They kind of just hang out now. Davies is it Doug Davies? What is it, Davies? NDP leader. It's Davies. Don Davies. Why did I think it was Doug Davies? I know Don Davies. I've met him. Fuck. But no. Yeah, a lot of them are they're doing the same stuff. But never let it can be done. The memes are the most important part, actually, of anything that has to do with politics. And sadly, unfortunately for everyone in the world, the best memes do get spread around on Twitter. And actually, it's kind of not bumping right now. It's kind of just national meme board yapping. What about Don? The Don of Vaughn likes to yap too, but what's the Don saying? Pride Month, yeah, I'm part of the LGBT. Oh yeah, I guess we could talk about Pride Month and what's been going on there. I mean, there's not really anything going on other than it's Pride, but it was a very, like, neoliberal... Like, in Winnipeg, we have, like, a very neo-lib Pride parade every year. Like, it's the exact same thing with the exact... Actually, I wonder if I can get the website, Pride Winnipeg. Where it's, like, got corporate sponsors and stuff. Yeah, like, Pride Winnipeg is, like, a very corporate, neoliberal Pride. But it's still good to, like, have these things. I just... Some of the like, corporate shit is, like... Oh, you're just doing this to sell gay shirts. Like, a lot of it is done to just sell stuff. Not really, like, sponsors. Here we go. Who sponsors the Pride Winnipeg? TD, yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to go to the TD website. Yeah, Pride Winnipeg sponsors. Who sponsors Pride Winnipeg? TD, Toronto Dominion Bank. The Diamond sponsors Birchwood. It's like a car dealership. That's local. That's okay. It's a car dealership, but it's local. Manitoba Liquor Lotteries. That makes sense. Little Brown Jug local. Okay, that's good. That's all right. Like local businesses. The presenting sponsor being TD is kind of crazy. But yeah, some of these are like real Canadian super with like Johnston Group. Tell me what Johnston Group is. Employee benefit solutions to companies. Is this a health? Oh, is this employee benefit solutions to companies? This is health insurance, but like specifically for like workers' benefits. That's what I believe this looks like. What we do. There we go. Overview. Provides benefit services to over 30 businesses. Okay, so it's like it's like negotiating your benefits. Like this is like the middleman between like the healthcare, like the health insurance and your employer. Okay. Manitoba Blue Cross health insurance. Yeah. Cure Manitoba. What is CUP? We work for Manitoba. Oh, the radio. A lot of these I don't actually know. I'm starting to realize. Payworks, Rogers, Bell MTS, Parks Canada. There's just a lot of like things where it's like, yeah, like health insurance, public insurance, but still like Pepsi, like, you know, Co-op. Well, Co-op's all right, but a lot of these are like just big ass businesses. Like why is Canada Life Health Insurance here twice? Towers Realty, like corporate landlords sponsor it. This one's okay. I love this one. It used to be cool. The bronze sponsors, like a lot of it is local stuff, like local gyms, businesses and stuff. But then there's like the random one that's just like IG Wealth Management, like Investors Group Realty Services. And I'm like, what do they have to do with Pride? Adam and Eve, that has to do a lot with Pride. Towers Realty Group. Yes, my corporate landlord. Please, thank you for sponsoring Pride, my corporate landlord. But yeah, it's just interesting they do that. Very, very interesting. Like, I understand it wouldn't be possible without it a lot of the times, but it's whatever. I've been using like a French press to make my coffee recently, and I think I need to get a new filter because there's always like a thick layer of like coffee grounds at the bottom of my glass at the end of drinking it. But yes. The Pride Winnipeg sponsors. What was this one? Regarding the parade blockade. Pride are safe. Community-led blockade that occurred during oh, this was the last year one, right? Yeah, because there was a blockade at last year Pride Winnipeg, which I can pull up. 2024 Pride. Fuck, I can't spell. Yeah, there was a group of protesters that briefly stopped the Pride Parade last year in Winnipeg. This year, this did not happen, as far as I know. But where was it? And its complicity, yeah. So, because of the fact that Pride has all of these, where is it? Because of the fact that Pride, a festival which is supposed to be on like the liberation and fighting for LGBTQ plus rights and queer rights, because a corporation like this, well, not corporation, organization like this takes such sponsors from, something like Toronto Dominion Bank and, Real Canadian Superstore, Loblaws, Loblaws, PepsiCo, a lot of corporations like the University of Manitoba, Towers Realty Group, a lot of corporations that are involved actively in the oppression of other peoples, specifically, in Palestine. Waiting. Stream's not getting shut down yet. Okay, we're good. I said the P words. The stream might get shut down when I say that. But yeah, because of the fact that like Pride, an organization which is founded to fight for like the liberation and rights of LGBTQ plus people. I don't know the full thing, but yeah, the fact that it's supposed to fight for liberation of people is actively, taking sponsorship money from corporations that are invested in a genocide of another oppressed peoples. Like, I am very much of the belief that we cannot have liberation for anyone until we have liberation for all. Like, the idea of, like, pink washing certain things. Like I know, like, some people say that, like, it's all separate, but, like, no. Yeah, and its complicity, device from corporate pink washing, remove police from Pride. That's another crazy thing, that they have police in Pride parades. Like, as if the police weren't the ones arresting gay people before it was legal. Like, it's stuff like this, where it's, like, corporate pink washing needs to end. But they're never going to do that. To return to the political roots of Pride, yes. Previously calls for accountability, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Parade moving shortly again. But, the blockade of Pride. It's one of those things where, like, the outside semantics of something like that, like blockading a gay pride parade, doesn't really make your cause look very good if you're blockading, a pride parade. However, if you actually like take a second to think about what they're blockading, I'm just gonna take chat box off. If you actually take a second to think about what they are blockading and why they are doing it, it makes a lot of sense. Like a lot of sense as to why these blockades are happening, as to why there's like stuff going on. Like the outside perspective of somebody like looking at it, like a liberal who doesn't understand what's going on, as liberals love to do, not understand what's going on and then complain about it. But like a liberal on the outside might see that and go, Palestinian protesters are homophobic, which they did immediately. They immediately did that when that happened last year. I remember that. And I thought that was stupid when that happened. But yeah, this happened last year at it. And there still has been really nothing to be done about it. Done about this corporate pinkwashing, but whatever. I am still fully
oil pipelines
supportive of Pride and
abandoning
stuff.
environmental assessments. That's Canadian identity today, Mr. Speaker. A Liberal Prime Minister who talks to oil companies before talking to his provincial counterparts. Provinces that isolate Quebec to force it to accept a pipeline. All these people keep telling us that it's a matter of Canadian unity and of national interest. Does the Minister of Canadian Identity also believe that Canadian unity and the national interest mean building pipelines while the prairies burn? The Honourable Minister of Industry. Mr. Speaker, you know what's the national interest? That's job creation and protecting jobs. And that's what people in all ridings where the Bloc are active in, who's able to deliver? There's just one party, and that's the Liberal Party. And there's only one government that can protect and create jobs, and that's us. We're going to do this by working with the Quebec government, of course, and traveling with the provinces. But it's fundamental in this tariff war to fight against this White House rhetoric and to create jobs at the same time.
Honourable member for Flamborough, Glen Brook, Brant North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister promised elbows up, promising dollar-for-dollar tariffs on the U.S. that would collect $20 billion. The Prime Minister broke that promise, giving Canadians elbows down when he dropped the tariffs on the U.S. to effectively zero. Now Trump is threatening to double tariff.
They keep talking about that. Tariffs dropped. Canada. It's a National Post, nearly zero. 90-day pause. Am I going to trust a National Post article? Suspended all of its tariffs, imposed import taxes. What? Yeah. And that's a 6-month tariff extension for products used in Canadian. Yeah, that's not everything. Import some things. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not fully dropped to zero, but I guess, yeah, they can use that headline if they really want to. In Manitoba today, well, this is about Saskatchewan, but in Manitoba today, I think it's 17,000 people have been evacuated now. 17,000 people, which is the largest evacuation for, what's your take on Carney using AI in government? Is he using AI in government? If he is, that's dumb. I would really hate that if they're using AI for anything. I feel like they shouldn't be doing AI at all, but pledges to strategically deploy AI to boost. Why would you tell me this? Now you're just going to make me depressed all day. Come on, John Doe. It's the Toronto Star, though. May 8th, big promises for AI. I don't really... I feel like I shouldn't be trusting a Toronto Star article. I don't want your free morning newsletter. The Pope prays about digital tool and tech buzzword that promises to do faster. Mark Carney said the technology will supercharge his fast and vast transformation of the Canadian economy. There's no quotations here, so it's not an actual quote from him, as far as I can tell. Mandate letter to New Ottawa would lean heavily. All right, where's the mandate letter? Dear colleagues, government, May 21st. So this is like 2 weeks ago. Scanning for where it says AI anywhere right now quickly. Government itself must become more productive by deploying AI at scale by focusing on results over spending by using source tax dollars. Bro, it's real. Oh my god, it is real. You're right. Fuck. Chat was right. The government's using AI. Hey, at Grok, can you at Grok, can you shoot me in the head because I've heard this. That's average Twitter user. At Grok, what does this mean? At Grok, what does this mean? Jesus Christ, yeah, that's not good. Infrastructure, transformative nature of artificial intelligence, opportunity of, like, it is government, so I hope they are actually just using it as a tool, which I still don't think it should be used for. We were getting Canadian Doge, it's so over. We were definitely getting Canadian Doge with Pierre, though. I don't think we're getting Canadian Doge with Carney. Like Canadian Doge was definitely happening with Pierre. But, yeah, AI in government is stupid. AI in every scenario, like it's just not worth it. It's not worth the amount of water it burns to make, like, a AI-generated version of Hatsune Miku bouncing on it. Like, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, it's not worth it. Do you think that's, like, that's probably where Pierre got his 3-word slogans from. Just using Chat GPT to get his slogans. Establishing one Canadian economy. Yes, this is normal shit. Like, creation of AI is something seen rarely in the world. The government is putting an emphasis on AI. Canada's home to another AI superstar. Yeah, that is true. We do have a lot of AI researchers here. We do have a lot of virgins in this country. A lot of virgins that go to the U of T in this country. Like Jeffrey Hinton. 2024 Nobel Prize winner. What did bro win a Nobel Prize for? Jeffrey Hinton. Who the fuck is this? Yeah. Like, you're telling me this guy. Like, yeah, we're fucked. Chat, we're fucked. We're so cooked, chat. Oh my god. This guy looks like a Terminator. He looks AI generated. The godfather of AI. Yeah, he looks like he was AI generated. He looks like he developed the AI to, like, bring back his... it looks like a Batman villain who would develop an AI to, like his son's, like, dying or something, and he wants his son to save him, so he's, like, killing people to develop an AI that can, like, replace his son or, like, keep his son alive or something. This guy definitely talks to ChatGPT like it's his son. Oh, my God. Like, yeah, that's stupid and that's gross. What do you think, chat? What do we think about the AI revolution and that motherfucker wants John Connor dead? Bro is trying to make Skynet, is he? No. Is he trying to make Skynet? Oh, no. Well, wait. This is just... Wait a second. I'm forgetting what Skynet is. Is Skynet, like, you're talking about Skynet, like, package tracking or something else? Because I thought it was something else, and all I'm seeing is package tracking. E-commerce solutions. Turning everything into e-commerce. Can we go back to old-fashioned commerce, where it's just, I give you fur, you give me beer? I liked that kind of commerce. It was very simple. I have a lot of fur lying around I got to get rid of, so... Use CBC light for latest on wildfires, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, it's the evil company in the Terminator movies. Oh. No, for real. That's what he's trying to make. Skynet Terminator. Bro's trying to make the Umbrella Corp. No, not Terminals. Terminator. Oh, this? Neutral net. Yeah, he's trying to make the Terminator. Nah, bro, he's trying to build the Umbrella Corp. That's what he's trying to do. Canada's not getting Doge, we're getting this. This is not what this is what Canada's actually getting. We're not getting Doge, we're getting this. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's fucking crazy that that's happening. The Skynet times with with Trump's golden dome. No, I don't want an ad, please. Oh, it's only a video. God damn it. Give me paper. I like reading things. Golden dome. Actually, what's Trump doing right now? If I search Trump live, what's Trump doing right now? U.S. what? This is an old image. That's an old image. For a second I was like, I saw this and I was like, oh, when did he meet with Xi? When did bro meet with Xi? I saw that headline and I was like, what? That's an old picture. That's a really old picture. Okay. Snaps at Trump. I don't know what he's doing recently. Oh, the Boulder attack. I could talk about that. If you haven't heard, there's the Boulder attack. Boulder, Colorado terror attack. I guess I could talk about this. I would prefer not to see live now from Fox coverage of it, because I don't really want. Lefty is losing it. Sky News Australia. Oh my, what the fuck? What? Is this actually what Sky News Australia is like? Colorado terror attack shocks nation. What? Is this what news is in America? If I just search that, like, this is all I get. Like, please give me, like, we're CBC, CNN, something. Boulder, Colorado. What if I just take out terror attack? There we go. Global news. CBC, thank God. Finally, I forgot. I can't use actual, like, do you know Kristen Levitt is only 27? Yeah, she looks like it. She's a ghoul. I forgot that if I include, like, the buzzwords, like, terror attack, it's just going to give me, like, the right-wing framing on everything. Like, I keep forgetting that. That it's always going to give me, like, the right-wing framing if I actually use the buzzwords in the search. I just got to say Boulder, Colorado. I can't say anything else. I have to be the most neutral Google search ever.
Is calling a terror attack in Boulder, Colorado. Several people were injured. Some may even have been set on fire, according to witnesses. The attack took place at a pedestrian mall where demonstrators had gathered to call for the release of hostages who remain in Gaza. One man was taken into custody. Boulder police say it's too early to discuss a possible motive, but that witnesses are being interviewed.
Show me videos of what happened, please.
People that were there in a peaceful demonstration. I wouldn't even call it a protest. I believe that happens frequently.
Okay, it's global news. It's not going to show me anything. I might actually need to do the fucked up thing and go onto this live now, Fox.
And we do have some new video of the suspect that we do want to show.
I hate having to pull up the live news, Fox.
We're here. We can't do nothing about that. We can't do nothing. We can. Not here. You have to answer this. Not here, bro. You're not.
People taking video right now. He was wearing an orange suit with like something on his back. Spraying alcohol. Spraying alcohol, but what he did was he made it look like he was here. He's making Molotov.
So this is our. I'm sorry, but you tell me this is our Palestinian protester that did terrorism against the pro-Israel protest. This is the most like white American man I've ever seen. They're gonna. This is the screen they're gonna use because there's the gay flag in the background for Pride. This is the screenshot that all of the Israelis are gonna use when they use this as propaganda to keep bombing Palestine. This is the image right here. They're gonna say, "Look, the Hamas terrorist hated the Pride demonstration," or something like that. Remember, guys, even though we're bombing them, have you ever thought, Chad? Have you ever thought you can't be gay in Palestine? Israel can't pick a fall guy to save their life. No, for real. guys, but like, you can't be gay in Palestine. Like, yeah, dude, they're being bombed. Like, no, like, what? It's like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, oh my God. This pride flag was a CIA planted pride flag. The CIA planted this pride flag here to make the left look bad. I'm telling you right now.
Well, we can't do it when he's got Molotov cocktails on.
If you are fighting, you have the
That's what he's got right here. Is Molotov right there. Alcohol.
So what happened? This is just the video of
The
stuff.
hands behind his back. He was yelling, and you
personnel to the scene.
Like, all I know about it is that he, let's just Google it. Government mandated pride flag. Government mandated pride flag is crazy. Fuck, what am I Googling? Boulder, Colorado, terror. Why do I have to, why does it, like, it always has to be terror? Fine, I'll do the New York Times. Man is charged with hate crime. It was an Egyptian citizen? Oh, okay, yeah, that could actually make sense looking at the picture of him. But, like, white Egyptian. Planning the attack for a year. Didn't this happen, like, today? I swear this happened today. Did it not? How would they know if he planned it for, like, what? Through an incendiary device, taking part in a... Like, what? Like, this happened today. How do they know this? They can't know that he was planning this for a year unless he told them that. And if he told them that, is that even reliable evidence? Sorry, I don't think that the statement of the man who set people on fire is reliable evidence. He could just tell you anything. You shouldn't listen to the guy that just tried to burn people. I gotta be real. But, like, still, like... Said that he and the entire state of Israel were praying for the... When did this happen? Sunday. So this happened yesterday at 1 p.m. Okay. Yesterday at 1 p.m. Flamethrower attack. What? Flamethrower? Where in that video did bro have a flamethrower? What? Investigators found a plastic container with 14 unlit Molotovs. He threw 2 Molotovs on the marchers and yelled, "Free Palestine." Okay, so he just got a little drunk. That's all I'm hearing. I've been in COD lobbies with more common sense than Israel puts into their false flags. Yeah, for real. Like, I'm not gonna go straight. I'm just a dude in a chair, so I'm not gonna say this is an Israeli false flag. However, I do think this was probably just a crazy dude who wanted to set some people on fire. But at the end of the day, like, it's just propaganda they're just going to use it as propaganda for what they want. Of ICE is beefing up tip line. Yeah, 'cause they're not letting any more Egyptians into the country now, apparently. Egyptians are targeted by ICE now. Mohammed, is that the guy's name? Mohammed Sabri Solomon. Oh. Everything I learn about this guy, like, that is the whitest man. I saw that man's complexion. Like, yes, he could be Egyptian. Egyptians are pretty white. But, or like some of them are. But Mohammed, like that's a government mandated name. That is a government mandated name. Giving him Muhammad in his name, government mandated. Overstayed his tourist visa. What? It highlights a type of immigrant who has been largely absent from the heat of political person who arrives on a tourist or temporary visa and stays past their stay. No, it doesn't highlight a type of immigrant who has been absent. It's just one dude. Like, This is just one dude. 400,000 such a... Yeah, I've overstayed my visa in the United States. Like, what? I've done that by accident. Like, because, like, they don't, like... About 2,000... Yeah, okay. So they're gonna try and deport every Egyptian that overstayed their visa now. Wanted to talk up migrants who crossed the southwestern border. Applied for asylum. Wait. My work break is over. Have a great rest of your stream, broski. Dude, you have a great rest of your work, brother. He applied for asylum. Where was his asylum, my brother in Christ? He applied for asylum. If he applied for asylum, then he doesn't fucking need a visa, because he's on asylum. You have it written in the Constitution. Oh my God, asylum status in the United States, asylum status in the United States. Grants protection to foreign nationals who are physically present in the U.S. or arriving at the border who meet the internal definition to be. He was in a... Oh my God. Bro. Like... Bro had asylum. He's not illegal. Also, this is stupid. Asylum application pending. Dude, it literally is like a UN thing where you have to grant people asylum. That's a thing. You have to do that. Isn't that like a right? Asylum. Is asylum a right? Also, I hate Google having AI now. Amnesty International. All right, Amnesty International. You ready for this? Ready for this? Ready for this, chat? Wait, where did it go? It showed the thing before. Here it is. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Everyone has the right to seek and enjoy asylum from persecution in other countries. Bro applied for asylum. You can't deport him. He's not illegal anymore if he applied for asylum. He has the right to apply for asylum, and you have to give it to him until that case is either denied or approved. And they didn't. It was neither. It was still. If it was still active, if it was still an active asylum case, you kind of. It's the same thing as like innocent until proven guilty. You know, you can't just deport someone who's applied for asylum because their case hasn't gone through yet. That's not how that works. So I'm not even considering this guy an illegal immigrant. I'm considering this guy failed by the system. I'm considering this guy failed by the United States' broken immigration system. That's what I'm doing it. Told a detective that he used Molotov cocktails in the attack, but he had not been able to buy a gun. He learned to shoot. Yeah. Wait, Solomon said, dude, like, this has been 24 hours and they're already grabbing quotes from Mohammed Sabri Solomon. What, like, he had learned to shoot. They made this shit up. There's no way. Bro, like, either bro is crazy, like Muhammad, like either Solomon is crazy, or they just made this shit up. Because there's no way someone who isn't just crazy would just snitch on themselves that hard. Like, he only used Molotovs because he had not been able to buy a gun. That is a CIA written line. The CIA wrote that line right there. Oh my God. Accountable to the fullest extent of the law. Yeah, they're going to charge him for terrorism. They're going to charge him for terrorism. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. Also, I don't know why I'm listening to the New York Times. I don't know why I'm listening to any article. Where the fuck is AP? There we go. Give me Associated Press. I don't know why it was on, like, private news. flamethrower attack with a makeshift flamethrower. Okay, give me a picture of this flamethrower. Makeshift flamethrower yelled and hurled incendiary device into the group. Suspect online records did not immediately show when he would make a court appearance. The attack happened right at the beginning of the Jewish holiday of Shavuot, which is marked with the reading of the Torah barely a week after man trying to free. Yeah, the shooting of 2 Israeli embassy workers. Which, by the way, if you're shooting Israeli embassy workers, that's not an anti-Semitic terrorism. That's just terror. That's just straight up like you're murdering like government officials. That has nothing to do with the fact that they're Jewish. Saying that like the shooting of 2 embassy staffers was anti-Semitic is crazy. Because they're literally government employees. Like, if you have any sense of separation of church and state, that's like saying if I shoot Donald Trump, I'm Christophobic because I hate Christians or something. Like, no, I just hate Donald Trump. Like, like I don't get it. As suspect reemerged after initial attack were rearrested. Went to some bushes and repurged and threw a cocktail. He caught himself on fire, took off his shirt. So he was oh, that's why he was shirtless. Okay. Thank you, Associated Press, for letting us know that the military campaign has killed over 54,000 people in Gaza. I don't know why they have to include Hamas run. Like, AP, please stop falling to Trump's framing. I don't know why they do this. Every time they do this. Okay, no more talking about this shit. No more talking about that. Local. Or wait. Canada. What's going on in Canada? Let's just keep it back to Canada. Every time that I talk about the United States, I feel like I lose 10 brain cells. Every single time consistently. No matter what, every single time consistently, I feel like I'm losing 10 brain cells. Okay. Well, this is a well, I was going to say this is a good one. That's crazy to say that this is a good one. Defense wraps as 4 or 5 accused ex-World Junior hockey players opt not to testify. Late April for 5 of the former. All of the defense teams have rested their case. Pleaded not guilty. Proceedings have ended for the day. Has adjourned until June 9th when closing arguments begin. Okay. So we have to come back June 9th. Final speech by each lawyer to record. Here, let's put on some news on this. What is it? Essay trial. No, not Psy, just essay. I don't know who Psy is. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Okay. There we go.
We are getting some breaking news out of London, Ontario this hour. This is in the trial of 5 former World Junior hockey players. So let's go live now to the CBC's Ali Chiasson. She's been following the trial since the beginning. Joins us now from outside of the courthouse. First, also a warning for our viewers that some of the contents or what we've heard inside the courtroom contains disturbing or graphic details that are connected to allegations of sexual assault. Okay, so some breaking information. Ali, bring us up to speed.
So, Arthi, the lawyers have all rested their cases, and now they will take the rest of the week to prepare their closing submissions, which will begin on Monday. So today was brief, but it doesn't mean there wasn't still some interesting testimony to tell you about. So first up today was Dan Brown. He's the defense attorney for Alex Formanton. He calls up Detective Lindsay Ryan. She led the second investigation into this case, and that's the investigation that resulted in the charges against the 5 accused hockey players. And Dan Brown, he keeps it brief. He simply asks her if she did a full criminal background check on their client, Alex Formanton, and of course she did, and she said it resulted in nothing. He has a clean criminal record, and he chose to really end it there. That pretty much wraps their case. And then Carter Hart's lawyer did take the opportunity to ask a few questions of the detective on the stand, honing in on the difference in EM's demeanor in 2018, talking to police, and then years later. Detective Ryan says that in the 2018 statement, EM appeared to be, quote, self-blaming and not sure if what happened was wrong. She says...
Sorry, there's just like nobody here right now, so... And it is 3:44 p.m., so 21, there's nobody in chat right now, but thank you for tuning in if you did, if you are watching the end of it right now. Thank you to those who did tune in today. Thank you, those. It was just a quick one today. We're going to try and do like quick ones here and there just to cover what's going on in news, crack some jokes, that kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you.